Hi guys, welcome back to the Maine Road Expedition. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have two games, one in the league away against Widnes, and we follow that up with a game against, who was it again? Bootle in the Macron Cup second round. Bootle are in our league, they're near the bottom of the league, so I'm hopeful that we can get a good result against them. In terms of our recent form, we've not done too bad. This Gegenpress style does certainly seem to have worked reasonably well for us. We're a little bit hit and miss, but for the most part, we're not doing too bad. With wins against Lowbreck, Litherland, and Baldock Town in the FA Vars. We played Runcorn Town and West Didsbury as well. We ended up with 1-1 draws against both of those sides, but they were above us in the league at the time. West Didsbury, of course, are the league leaders, and to get a draw against them, I thought we played quite well. They started the game really quickly, but we did grow into the game as it went on. So going into these two away games, we've not had too many away games with this formation. In fact, we've only had the one, which was against the league leaders. So it'll be interesting to see how we get on away from home. Hopefully, we can continue our reasonable run of form, which has led us into a fifth place league standing at the moment. 20 games played, and to be quite honest, overall, I'm quite happy with where we're at. We've, as I mentioned before, since going into this Gegenpress style, we do certainly seem to have improved. So we are going to continue with it. Top half is the target, of course, but with Lowbreck having a game in hand, there's only 6, 7 points separating us from that bottom half at the moment. So it's still quite a compact league table at the moment. Um, so we'll just have to see how things go. Before we get into the matches, though, I do want to make a quick announcement. Um, as of this week, I'm only going to be doing Monday to Friday videos. I'm struggling to keep up with the content at the moment. I've had another change around at work and everything like that, and I'm going to be going away a couple of times in the next few months. So I think it's just going to be wise for me just to keep it to 5 days a week for the time being. I appreciate all of your understanding. I'm really happy with the way the channel's going, but I don't want to have the excessive pressure of having to do content 7 days a week, as well as doing the amount of work I'm doing at the moment, actually at work. So we're going to be cutting down to 5 days. Like I say, it's going to be Monday to Friday, and it just gives me a chance to either catch up a little bit or relax when I'm on the weekends anyway. Um, this save will continue straight through until FM24 comes out. There's no risk of that changing, but it's just something that will help me manage my time a little bit better as well. So again, I appreciate your understanding, and hopefully things will develop quite well with the channel and keep going in the direction it's going in. So now that that's out of the way, let's get into today's matches. First game is away against Widnes. Um, with regards to the tactics earlier, I was talking about the Gegenpress style. Obviously, we're a little bit more in depth with the tactical positions, with the box-to-box, Carriero, the playmakers, the inside forwards, etc. So player quality has reduced, unfortunately, for those roles. We do still seem to play quite well at times, but it's going to be a case of just hopefully we can get through this season and continue to do what we're doing. I've not had a look at contracts again since last time. Obviously, when January ticks over, we will be having another look at that, and we'll see what kind of money players are going to be wanting. Um, Player fitness has been a concern during the matches as well. Obviously, we haven't got a particularly strong team, so where stamina is concerned, every single player is struggling when it gets toward the end of the match. But hopefully, we can just carry on doing what we're doing for the time being and just fight our way through these matches. If we can get top half finish, we'll have achieved our targets, and then we can look at building for next season and hopefully do something similar again, maybe even fight for promotion. Free kick opportunity here with Tom Little. He's going to swing it in, I think, and he's actually gone for goal, and Beckles does well to make the save. Thompson in, I think he's a centre back there, managing to knock it away for Widnes, but certainly a positive start. Good free kick that from Tom Little, actually. Sam Wright has been taking the free kicks normally. He has been rotated out of the starting lineup today. Um, I don't know how long Matt Pearce is going to be at the club either. He's currently on loan from Boston. I think he can be recalled, but their manager has been on to us once or twice about him not playing in the role that we'd promised. But at the end of the day, the players have got to fit into the system we want to play, and he's still getting plenty of game time at least, so I think that might just keep him with us that little bit longer. Here's Tom Little with a corner, swings it in. Oliver tried to attack it, couldn't quite get onto it, and it's come out for Burnett. Now Tom Little again. Chance to play it into the penalty area. Instead lays it back to Bates at right back, and Williams challenged the goalkeeper Beckles but couldn't win it. Bates has settled in really well, by the way. He's a left-footed right back actually. Can play left wing back as well. But his strongest position is at right back, and he's actually probably one of our best players at the moment. Williams into King Phillips, and it's another very good save from Beckles. King Phillips just offside there, though. Following Jack Bates' arrival, we have actually sold Jack Carter as well, who was the 19-year-old defender. He could play right back, left back, and centre back, but within that versatility, he wasn't the best. So we've decided to let him go on a free transfer, as most of our players leave on free transfers. I can't remember the side that he went to. He'd only made a couple of appearances anyway this season, so he wasn't a player that I don't think we're going to particularly miss. And it's money saved on wages. Here's Burnett, switches it to the left-hand side. King Phillips picks it up. Chance to play it into the penalty area. He does well to get past the right back, finds Williams in the penalty area, and he's at the post. And Crust manages to clear Alabit into Payne. Now Pears. Little knocks it back to Sam Oliver. Over the top, again looking for Williams. It's cleared away, and Pears picks it up into Little. Now Oliver. Again looking over the top. Burnett couldn't get onto it. And here is Beckles just holding onto the ball. Just lays it out to his left for the centre-back Thompson. The clearance is poor. And Ellaby picks up, finds Little. Payne over the top. Burnett gets in behind, tries to knock it back in, and it's fallen for Williams. And again, he's hit the woodwork. It's off the crossbar this time. I think Williams is definitely a player that we're going to build this side around if he doesn't demand too much in relation to wages. He's only 17, but he's certainly proven to be a key player for us so far. Well, overall, it's not been too bad a performance. 8 attempts at goal, only the 2 on target though, which is a concern. Um, we in the game that we played in the FA Vars, we had 28 shots in that game and only 3 on target, but we converted all 3 of those chances, so we were quite fortunate. But we are struggling for shots on target in matches at times. I'm not entirely sure how to address it. I think it's just look at the draw really as to how well our strikers are going to play. Bates plays it forward here to Burnett on this right hand side. Can't get it into the penalty area. Little into Pears. Now King Phillips. Good strike, and again it's off the woodwork, but it's bundled in by Jack Williams. He's just about managed to get there, and he only just got enough on the ball to actually put it in. Beckles almost got to that rebound. And again, another attempt off the woodwork, but it was a well-worked goal, good passing and play from our midfield, and Williams with his 9th goal of the season, just managing to knock it in. Cation Langfield is still our top goal scorer, by the way. He's not played quite as regularly recently, but we brought him off the bench in that cup tie, and he looked really sharp, and he beat a defender for pace and managed to just take it around the keeper and knock it in. So he's certainly showing good signs whenever he does play. And Davis, very good claim from him. I'm not entirely sure who our best goalkeeper is either. Jack Williams is in behind here. That's a brilliant finish from Jack Williams. He managed to beat the centre-back there to the ball. Davis with the assist there. But yeah, between Davis and Houston, I'm not entirely sure which goalkeeper is the better one. I think Houston's got the better attributes, but Davis does play well when he's been playing in goal. But Jack Williams there with a very nice finish. Brilliant assist from Aaron Davis. Very well. He sought out Jack Williams extremely well there. And we have secured our lead that little bit more. 2 goals in the space of a minute for the young attacker. I still can't make my mind up whether he's better in central midfield or up front. Jack Williams, it's good to have that versatility, and he's certainly looking sharp here. And there is his hat trick. 3 goals in 10 minutes for him. And he's certainly putting a strong case forward for him playing up front regularly, isn't he? but unfortunately, as it stands, he's also our best midfield player. So it's a bit of a strange one with him. I'm still not entirely sure where to play him permanently because he does go missing sometimes when he's been playing up front. But today he has certainly been on point with a hat trick here against Widnes, and Widnes have just had their first attempt at goal. It's taken them just short of 70 minutes to get in at our defence. It's certainly one of our better defensive performances for sure. And Jack Williams with the hat trick has single-handedly basically given us a victory here. Certainly a strong performance, and fitness-wise we've looked quite good as well, which is a bit of a surprise because we've had games in reasonable quick succession. But this time, before this game, we have actually had a week's break, I think. So we're certainly developing reasonably well at the moment. Here is Boyle for Widnes into Burn. It's a good effort. It's just over the crossbar. And with 10 minutes to go, the game is certainly secure. It's just going to be a case of seeing what we can do. Bates here with a throw into Tom Little. Now Payne into Hill. Now Pears. Good effort. He's actually come off the woodwork and Medrano clears, but only as far as Bates again. And we just hold on to the play. Alabi Hill and King Phillips are struggling a little bit for fitness now, but we're into the last few minutes. I'm not going to bother with any changes. We've done very well today, and the balance of the team has looked quite strong as Beckles just picks it up. And a chance for him to deliver forward. Robson went to try and challenge Little, wasn't sure whether to attack that ball or not. Oliver won the header initially, but Robson is in behind. And Scott Robson has scored his 17th goal of the season. They're a mid-table side at the moment, Widnes, and they've got a good goal scorer there in Robson, obviously, but a bit disappointed from our point of view. We've dominated the game and we've just let ourselves slip a little bit there to concede that goal, but I think overall we can be very happy with this performance. Jack Williams into Burnett, potential chance for a fourth, and again, Burnett going forward is great at running at defenders, but his finishing ability is absolutely shocking. He doesn't have a good strike on him. And unfortunately, it is the price we pay for one or two of these wingers. Here is Bates. Looks to knock it over the top and long. The left back does well to win it, Medrano, but Burnett positioned himself quite well. King Phillips into Jack Williams. He loses out to the centre-back Crust, and Robson couldn't quite beat Oliver, and it's out for a throw-in. So it's a bit of a strange highlight, this one. We are into the last minute of added time. I can't really imagine much happening, but here is Weaver into Metcalf. I'll be quite annoyed if we concede again here. We certainly don't deserve to concede another, and Oliver does clear. Tom Little can't pick it up though, and now Weaver has scored, and that's 3-2. And again, we don't deserve to have conceded 2 goals today. Defensively, like I say, we've been quite strong throughout the whole match, but I just hope that this next highlight isn't going to be another goal for Widnes. Here's Pears into King Phillips. That's a lovely ball through, and Jack Williams is in again, and it's a good save again from Beckles. He's had a good game, Beckles, to be fair, despite conceding the 3 goals. We certainly have played well today. Again, disappointed with the defence for the last 10-15 minutes, but there's not much we can do about it now, is there? Hill with the delivery is cleared away. Burnett picks it up. Chance to strike it maybe. Gets brought down. Free kick given. But that is that. We've managed a 3-2 win, and like I say, they grew into the game, but for us to concede 2 goals like that right at the end of the game, after dominating so well, it's a bit of a strange one. But overall, quite happy with the performances. Another 3 points on the board, a 3-2 win. Jack Williams certainly proving his worth up front with the hat-trick. And we move on for that Macron Cup tie against Bootle. It is in a week's time, so if you bear with me, I'll just get through that week off camera, and then we'll come back for the Cup game. Okay then, here we go for the Macron Cup tie against Bootle away from home. There's no fresh injury concerns, there's no fresh worries of suspensions or anything like that. We go into the game hopeful that we can get through. Incidentally, if we do, we're immediately into a quarter-final, so I don't know if this is a cup for specifically this league or what, but we'll see how we get on if we can make our way through against the team that aren't playing very well in our league at the moment, so I am hopeful of a good showing today. We've got Houston in goal, Hughes, Furtado, Alabit and Bates at the back, Payne, Wright and Little as our midfield trio with King, Phillips, Collins and Hannah up front. Robert Hannah did play in the FA Vars not long ago and he finally ended his goal drought. He managed to knock in 2 goals in the space of a minute, so hopefully we can see something more of the same from him today in this cup tie. It's going to be a bit of a taxing one, I think. Obviously, any extra competitions are going to be as such, but hopefully we can do well and get the job done reasonably quickly so we can rotate a little bit more. Obviously, in relation to substitutions, there's still only the 3 as far as I'm aware, and looking at those other fixtures there, it is just a cup for this league, so hopefully we can do well in it. I mean, obviously, Padiham are in there, but saying that, it's a bit of a strange one. There's only 10 games going on. I don't know if there is another fixture to go in, but we'll have to just see how things go. Here is Holvey, moving forward down the right hand side here for Bootle. He gets the cross in, and it's come off the crossbar, and Bates manages to sort of get it away. I'm just pausing for a minute just to see if it cures the slight jerkiness of the match. I don't know why it's doing it at the minute, but hopefully it'll sort itself out. It did manage to do it last time this happened, so I do apologise in advance if it's not going to be particularly smooth this one, but we'll have to see how we get on. Early stages would suggest that dominating the possession is certainly going to be the order of the day. We're doing quite well with that at the moment. We are creating opportunities as well, but so far a lack of highlights going in our favour. Here's Sheriff into Holvey, into Askey, and again, I don't know what's going on with the feed on this one at the moment. There we go. Furtado just knocks it back to the goalkeeper Houston. Now Alabi into Bates. Decides to try and knock it long. Hannah couldn't get there ahead of Morris, and Alabi does well to win that and find Little. Now Collins looking over the top, and it's easily dealt with by Sheriff. Askey into Nickel Royals. And Hughes picks it up on that left hand side. Now Payne into Furtado. Just lays it across to Alabi, and now Wright. Looking over the top, Joe Collins is in behind. He's managed to get in behind the fullback and the centre back, and Joe Collins does really well actually in the end to make the finish as well. Into the bottom corner, we have a lead here after 22 minutes. Joe Collins again linking up well with Sam Wright. It was a really good ball over the top from Sam Wright. Collins arced his run as an inside forward should and managed to finish very, very well. So our early domination has brought a goal for us. Hopefully we can push on in this first half. Here's Houston into Furtado. Looking over the top for King Phillips. Couldn't quite get onto it properly. We're just struggling to hold on to the ball a little bit at the moment. And off the crossbar from the Bootle striker Johnson there. Big chance there for him. Hannah could have controlled that. I don't know why he just randomly knocks it forward. But anyway, we go again. Here is Bates down this right hand side. Has support and finds Joe Collins. Back into Bates again. Collins made an initial run but then pulled himself back again. We need him beating the fullbacks really. Here's Alabit into Bates. That's much better. And now Collins comes down this right hand side. Chance to get it into the penalty area. Can't get the cross in, but he has found Bates again. He just lays a pass into Collins. Bates now on his stronger left foot. Whips it into the far post, and there is King Phillips, and he should be hitting the target from there. This is a problem that we have had, especially from close proximity to goal. We do tend to knock it over the crossbar quite regularly, unfortunately. But in terms of shots on target, it's not too bad at the moment. 4 shots out of our 6 attempts have been on target, but nothing clear cut in the way of goal scoring. Here's Sam Wright with a delivery from the corner toward the near post. Furtado couldn't quite win it there, and King Phillips manages to pick it up. Tries to get round the opposition winger. Here is Little into Payne. Chance for a strike, and it's a lovely finish from Kai Payne. He's absolutely smashed that with plenty of swerve on it, and the keeper couldn't deal with it, and we've managed to double our lead. It's an excellent finish. King Phillips just laid it into Liddle. Kai Payne with the space on the edge of the penalty area, and he absolutely leathered it into the back of the net. The keeper didn't have much chance there, albeit his positioning wasn't the best. We probably should have done a bit better, but we'll certainly take it. A 2-0 lead now, and hopefully that is pretty much going to be job done against the side, like I say, who have been struggling for form in the league. Here is Bates into Alabi. Picks it up and finds Tom Liddle. Now Joe Collins. Under pressure from two opposition players, but he's done really well to find the ball down the line for Bates. And Collins has made the run inside, but he's found Robert Hanna instead and lays it across, and King Phillips just about beat the right back to the ball there. And it is 3-0. Again, a very well worked goal down this right hand side. And I thought Bates was just going to lay it off for Collins, who was making a good run there, but Robert Hanna was the man who got there, laid it across. King Phillips just about bundling it in past the right back. And going into half time now, we have a 3-goal advantage. And to be honest, it's probably going to be job done from there. We'll keep things as they are going into the second half. And hopefully we can just try and continue. Nickel here with a free kick. Houston just about manages to clear that. It was a very good attempt. And Houston again charging out and punching clear. Nickel picks it up again into Askey. Into Morris. Askey again. They're just holding on to the ball, but Hughes picks it up, has a chance to clear, lays it back to the goalkeeper, Houston, and the pressure is relieved. Bates looking over the top. Joe Collins couldn't get there. The highlights continuing, so it's obviously not the end of the opportunities. Hovey swings it in, and there is Johnson, and it's actually placed wide. Very good effort from Bootle. They've had a good number of attempts at goal, to be fair, but they have lacked the finishing, whereas we've done quite well today, so hopefully it will continue to do so. But they're certainly in this game. Obviously, with the 3-0 scoreline, it is a bit harsh looking at the match stats, but we'll certainly take it. Here's Sam Wright over the top. Joe Collins with a chance to pick it up, plays it in. Can he get it into the penalty area? He lays it back to the edge for Tom Liddle, and it's very poor goalkeeping from Hall, who couldn't keep it out, and Tom Liddle smashes it in simply through brute force. That's gone in. 4 goals to the good, and we are definitely heading into the quarter-final of this Macron Cup, and we'll have to see how things are in terms of substitutions as well, because it is our first game, I think, in the Macron Cup as well this season. We'll have to see whether we get 3 or 5 subs. Ball's played in. Alabi manages to clear. Fitzgerald picks it up. Joe Collins does well to win the tackle. And he's charging away here, Joe Collins. He needs a bit of support, though. He's completely on his own. He has got support trying to arrive. He's turned back and laid it back to Hughes. Really well played from Joe Collins there to relieve all the pressure. Hughes looking over the top. And Sheriff and the goalkeeper didn't communicate properly there. But they managed to get it away. Furtado picks it up, though, into Tom Liddle. Over the top, Robert Hanna was there. I don't know if he won the header or not, but Joe Collins picks it up. Now Bates, cutting inside onto his stronger left foot, still going. And he struck it, my word, Jack Bates, the right back, with his first goal for the club 30 yards out. I don't know whether the keeper was paying attention or not. On his stronger foot, what an unbelievable strike from the 18-year-old wing-back. And I think it's just gone straight over the goalkeeper. What an unbelievable goal. 5-0. Play fitness isn't looking too bad either. We have only got 5 substitutes available, so we'll only have 3 substitutions that we can make. But despite Bootle's opportunities that they've had, we've certainly pushed on in this second half, and we are still creating chances. It's certainly one of our most convincing games to date since coming into this league. Here is Bates again. Good turn, finds Liddle toward the far post. King Phillips couldn't quite get onto it, and now Kai Payne picks it up. Plays it into Jack Bates again. He's dominated everything on that right hand side, and it's another strike from him. This time it's over the crossbar, but he is getting plenty of opportunities here. There's 15 minutes to go. We're going to make some changes. Furtado is struggling, but we've got a number of players on yellow cards. We're going to get Lloyd Hill on for Asa Hughes. Last thing we need is any suspensions. Jack Williams is going to come on for Tom Liddle. And Conan Noble. I think we'll bring Conan Noble on for Robert Hanna. And we'll push King Phillips up front today, I think. It's just to try something. It's nothing that's going to affect us too much. The shape will remain the same. And 3 of the players that were on yellow cards are now off. So a little bit of safety there. Kai Payne is the other one on the yellow card. But I'm sure we'll be fine. Here is Alabi with a free kick. And he decides to knock it long, and King Phillips is in behind Morris, and King Phillips with a big opportunity, and he's scored. He's not a striker by any stretch of the imagination, but he has scored his second of the game. It's 6-0. The physio's just charging on there. I think Sam Wright has taken a bit of a knock. I think the number 8 of Bootle just challenged into him as they were just running along, basically, so... bit of a strange collision there. He's actually twisted his knee because of that, but he'll be alright for a couple of minutes. And a 6-0 win here in the Macron Cup. And it's certainly one of our most convincing performances. King Phillips, of course, plenty of pace on him. So the fact that he scored by playing up front as well, certainly something to think about. Very good performance, can't argue with that. And we'll see how things shape up in terms of our schedule, because obviously with the Cups continuously going with the FA Vars and the Macron Cup, we need to see exactly where we stand going into the next episode. So just bear with me while this process is through, and hopefully it won't take too long. I am still having issues with the game at times. It is running a little bit too slow. Excuse me, sorry. It is running a little bit slow at times, so hopefully this won't take quite as long. It was okay earlier on, but for whatever reason it seems to be taking its time again. I don't know why it does this. It's just, I think, to be honest, ever since the more recent game update, I've had issues with it, really. I think it's something to do with that potentially, but it is what it is. Hopefully it won't take too much longer. Incidentally, I've just noticed every single rating apart from Asa Hughes, who we took off, is around 7.5 and above. Certainly a solid performance all round. Obviously, we won 6-0, so the match ratings will certainly play a big part in that. But plenty of goals shared around in that one, and will certainly do our team's confidence the world of good. We're currently on a 10-match unbeaten run, I think, now. In all competitions, so that is something else that we can play focus into, and it's still processing through. I think, to be quite honest, I'm not going to wait much longer. Again, unfortunately, I'll have to end slightly prematurely, and we won't be having a look at the schedule to see how things end up. But depending on how the fixtures work out, we'll either come back toward the end or beginning of January. I think we might come back, because we're at the end of November now, so I'll see how things shape up, but it'll be toward the end of December, beginning of January when we come back, and hopefully our form continues. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It is all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.